All right, Cowboys Nation, let's kick things off with something every fan's been debating. Do the Cowboys actually need to make a splash at running back or stick with what they've got? I know you've heard the whispers about Travis Etienne. Some folks want him in Dallas now, but here's the deal. The front office really wants to see what they've already got in this RB room. They've got Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Jaden Blue, Deuce Vaughn, even Phil Maffa trying to prove they're more than just depth. It's going to come down to what these guys show when the pads come on in camp. Let's be real, though. If mid-August hits and the run game's looking stale, that's when someone like Etienne could be an option. Until then, it's a waiting game. I get it. You want that big name, the guy who can break off 1,000 yards like it's nothing. But remember, it's not just about talent. The injury history, the workload split, the price you'd pay in picks or cap space, it all matters. That's why the coaches are watching every snap so closely. So here's my question for you. Straight up, do the Cowboys need a running back right now? Type Y for yes or N for no in the comments. I'm really curious where you stand on this one. And hey, if you're enjoying these honest breakdowns, don't forget, hit that subscribe button right now. We're grinding to 15,000 subscribers here on Cowboys News TV, and your support is what keeps this going every single day. Also, smash that like button if you want to see this team finally get that run game humming again. Now, if there's one name that's got people buzzing when it comes to fixing this run defense, it's Andrew Billings. The rumor mill says he could be a realistic trade target for Dallas, and honestly, I love it. Billings is that classic nose tackle you've been begging this front office to find for years. A proven run stuffer who can eat up double teams and keep those linebackers clean. It's the kind of presence that could take a ton of pressure off guys like, Maisie Smith, who, let's be real, still has a lot to prove in this new scheme. Look, the Bears know how valuable Billings is. Their defense was just flat out better when he was on the field, and the splits back that up. So Chicago's not going to give him away for peanuts. But if there's even a shot he's available, I hope Dallas makes the call. Sometimes you've got to pay for what you need, and right now the Cowboys need help up front more than anything else if they want to get tougher against the run. But don't overlook the other names floating out there either. Zach Pickens, maybe even a veteran like Raekwon Davis or Linval Joseph if you go the free agent route. The point is, if you want this defense to stand up in January, you can't keep getting gashed by teams that just want to run it down your throat. You need that anchor in the middle. And if you're not sold on Mozzie taking a big leap this year, you better have a plan B, and probably a plan C too. Let me know your take on this one. If it were up to you, would you swing a trade for Billings? Or do you trust the young guys to step up? Drop a Y for yes and N for no in the comments so I can see where you stand. And hey, if you haven't yet, subscribe right now and help us get to that 15,000 mark. Every single new sub makes this channel stronger and pushes this community to keep growing. Plus, you won't miss a single update when rumors like these pop off. All right, let's shift gears and talk about the other big rumor that's got Cowboys Nation split right down the middle. This whole Amari Cooper reunion buzz. Now, I know. Every offseason, someone floats the idea of bringing Coop back to Dallas. He's reliable, he runs routes like a surgeon, and Dak's always trusted him. So on the surface, yeah, it sounds good, especially when you think about adding another proven weapon to pair with CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. But here's the thing. Is it really what this offense needs right now? I mean, you've got Jalen Tolbert, finally flashing some real promise. The kid's put in the work, he's showing out in OTAs, and the coaches have been hyping him up big time. Bringing back Amari probably cuts into Tolbert's snaps and stunts that development. Plus, you'd have to navigate the contract situation. Coop's not coming for pennies. Are you really going to eat into your cap flexibility when you've got Lamb, Micah, and Dak extensions looming? It's not just about names on a depth chart. It's about fit. This new offense under Mike Zimmer is all about balance. If you're serious about fixing the run game and protecting your defense, you can't be throwing the ball 45 times a game like it's 2021 again. That means fewer targets to go around, and suddenly you've got an expensive wideout just kind of there. Look, don't get me wrong. If the Browns want to get crazy and deal Cooper for cheap, sure, you listen. But right now, I'd rather see this team bet on the guys they've developed. Let Tolbert keep growing. Let Gallup prove he's still got it. You don't need to hit the panic button every time a familiar name pops up. Sometimes the best move is letting your young guys eat. So I'm throwing it back to you. Are you team bring back Coop or team let the kids play? Drop it in the comments. You know I'm reading every single one. And while you're there, give this video a like if you're loving the energy today. It helps more Cowboys fans find us and join the conversation. So, if there's one name that's got people buzzing when it comes to fixing this run defense, it's Shamar Stewart, right? Actually, scratch that. We already covered Shamar Stewart earlier, so let's move on to what really could shake up this roster. Shamar Stewart. Man, they're confusing, but trust me, the Bengals aren't trading him. They're rolling with their young pass rushers, and unless Joe Burrow personally picks up the phone, Dallas is just watching from the sidelines. It's fun to daydream about adding another edge rusher, but smart roster construction means knowing when to pass on a deal that won't happen. Now, Cowboys Nation, here's the final piece of this puzzle. We've talked about Etienne, Billings, Cooper, and even the edge rush rumors. But at the end of the day, what does it all really mean for this team's shot at a championship? The truth is, the Cowboys are walking a razor's edge right now. You've got a new defensive mind in Mike Zimmer who wants to get this run defense fixed once and for all. That means a front seven that's disciplined, physical, and doesn't fold in December. But you also need an offense that doesn't put the defense in bad spots. No more shootouts every Sunday because you can't get tough yards on the ground. This is where guys like Treshan Holden come in. He's not going to be WR1. He knows that. The team knows that. But maybe he's that big, reliable body who makes 1 or 2 clutch catches a game. Maybe he's your security blanket when the defense takes Lamb out of the play. Same goes for the young QBs. If Joe Milton really is in the mix, it means you've got options, competition, and hopefully a backup who can step in and win a game if disaster strikes. That's how good teams stay afloat. And then there's the big picture. You've got to spend your money smart. You've got to trust your scouts. You've got to develop guys like Tolbert, keep your stars happy with new deals, and still have enough depth to survive the grind. One injury shouldn't sink your season. That's the difference between a playoff team and a real contender. So here's my message to you, Cowboys fans. Stay plugged in, stay loud, and stay smart. This front office is going to do what it does. We'll love some moves, we'll hate others, but we'll break it all down together, every step of the way. I want to hear your final take. Do you think the Cowboys have done enough this offseason to make a real Super Bowl push? Or are they one injury or one missed signing away from heartbreak again? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if you made it this far, you're the real MVP. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and make sure those notifications are on. Because trust me, the news and rumors aren't slowing down anytime soon. This is Cowboys News TV. I'll see y'all in the next one. Let's get that 6th ring.